This video is proudly sponsored by DigimonCard.io for all your Digimon card, deck building, deck list, card pricing, and discussion needs. Hey, real quick before we start this video, I have a box tournament today as of this video dropping on my Discord. So if you guys want more information, click the link below. It's going to be a box tournament. It's BT13, and it should be a lot of fun. So I hope to see you guys there. Hey everyone, Eggman here with another video, and today we have a top 16 breakdown for the regionals held in Mexico this last weekend, and it was hosted by The Nest. And real quick, I don't know exactly how many players were in this event, but I do know this top 16 here. I think it was somewhere between 128 and 256, and I do want to shout out The Nest for publishing the deck list so I can put them here on the website as well. So make sure to check them out on Facebook, which is linked on this page and in the description, as well as make sure to check out this page in general and everything else I have on my website. A really good resource for pretty much all the Bandai card games and other BT13 events as well. So going on into it, I do know that there's a huge chunk of this ShineGrey, but if you look at the top eight actually is not too bad. Only 2 ShineGreys and then 1 of everything, so kind of diversity. But then also, if you look at the the extended top 16, like, man, 7 ShineGrey out of the top 6, the 9th through 16th place is a little weird, but that's what it is. I do also want to mention that this was 7 rounds of Swiss and then into a top 8 cut, which we don't usually get a top cut in a lot of Digimon events, just kind of how the format is, but I do think that is kind of interesting. But yeah, we do have 9 ShineGrey, and then we have Hunters, Belphi, Red Hybrid, Royal Knights, Bloomlord, Greymon Tribal with kind of this WarGrey X, and then Crossheart as well. So we're going to be looking at all the top placing deck list for this one, and we're going to start off with the ShineGrey one. And here we have Kevin with their first place list, and they didn't drop a match all weekend, so they went 7-0 in Swiss, and then they also went 3-0 in finals. And I will say, like, since I hand input all of these deck lists, there are a lot of interesting ratios for the ShineGrey ones that I saw. I do know I do think like 1 or 2 of the graphics that they presented, I think they had wrong cards a little bit. So one of them was running Aldemon, which, or not Aldemon, just, I don't know. There's just running interesting cards. I don't think there might be some different card changes for some of these, but this one looks really legit. I think this is fine. ShineGrey doesn't have a lot of variety when it comes to the cards that you're able to run inherently. You do pretty much have just 3 sets of them printing support for you, and you just play all those cards. So we do also have like the ShineGrey Ruin mode, which I didn't immediately like for this deck, but is pretty strong. So when Digivolving on deletion until the end of your opponent's turn, all of your opponent's Digimon gets -5 here until that's the end of your opponent's next turn. And also delete this Digimon and one of your opponent's Digimon recovery 1 on end of attack. So then if you have a tamer, play #1 Digi-Egg into an empty space into your breeding area. So this can be a board clear in itself, and I'm pretty sure that Marcus, you're able to suspend it to go into a yellow card with Greymon on its name. So you can, if you have this Marcus out, you can go into this guy for free by doing the attack with it, which is pretty nice, which means you get the Wind Digivolving, and then you can attack, and then you get deletion, and then you get the on deletion effects. You give everything -10k, you get a recovery, and then you get to start your chain all over again. So I think that's kind of interesting. But that is the list there. Congratulations to Kevin for their first place as well. Next up, we have Cesar with their second place, Belphemon. And we did see that we did have an event here in North America as well, and Belphemon ended up winning that one. So I think this one's pretty strong for what the deck is. We do have the Nidhogg, which just, I think, been more popular with this one too. Having 4 copies though, 4 copies is a lot, but again, it does get you a lot of extra memory, especially since there's no memory boost in this version too. We do have the Underworld's Call though to get a play level 4 or lower from your trash of paying its memory costs. So my guess is probably to get the AT back, which means you can start your chain again, or even just like a scatter mode to get maybe some more cycle, because also you can activate main from the drop. I am surprised that the only blocker we have is the Porcupamon for this, but it is blocker on play. You get to trash too, so that's kind of good. And then just kind of the main pieces that we're used to of the Belphemon, the rage mode, and also the tamer, and just the whole thing. So there's the list for Cesar. Congratulations for second place with Belphi there. Next up, we have Alan with their 4th place, Red Hybrid, and I don't have a lot to say about this one. It's pretty much the same it has been since what, BT12, BT what, BT11? Yeah, BT12. So there's not a lot of new tech for this. In general, I kind of said it before that BT13 doesn't have a lot of general cards. It has more of just like really specific archetypes, which is neat, but just means that there are a lot of other decks that are viable that just haven't changed since then. So I think Red Hybrid is one of them, and there it is. So congratulations to Alan for 4th place there. Next up, we have Jesus with their Hunter build, and we've been seeing Hunters take off a little bit more in the last little bit. I think like usually when we have a new meta, people like to try the new stuff, and they're like, okay, that's neat. I'm going to go back to the old stuff, see how it does for me. And Hunters, I think, is still very solid for what it is, even though it got, again, no support in BT13. The only like tech card I see is like 1 copy of Kongu, which sure, because you do have some black tamers, and you also have like the Digimon, so it's not terribly difficult to get there. I also think it's a little bit maybe with a lot of tamers for this one. We're running 14 tamers, which I think more people try to get towards maybe like the 12 range, but if you're able to get all your tamers off, it's very strong, and that is there. So congratulations Jesus to 5th place. And then next up we do have the Royal Knight. So this is Jared's build for the Royal Knights here, and this is one of my favorite decks in this format right now. I think it's really open for deck building, and just kind of how the play style works. Sometimes you do just have to say, okay, I have to try to win right here, and it works out. So you can always like have like an emergency button to try to win, which is nice. You do obviously get hit by really good security, but I don't think there's a lot of cards people are playing in security that can really stop this outright, which is really nice. I also think that this is a deck that is really expensive, since we do have the 4 Omnis and the 3 Gallantmons in this one specifically. So I think that representation may just be cost more than just the play style, but it's what it is. I also like the inclusion of there's the Leopardmon. Leopard mode. So card effect: 1 Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon until the end of your opponent's turn. One of your opponent's Digimon doesn't unsuspend, and then when attacking by suspending one of your other Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon, and then end of turn, trash the top card of this and unsuspend all of your Digimon. So you can technically there's just like some interesting plays you can do with this. So obviously you can't Digivolve in this deck if you have your King Drizzle out, but if you use the Omnimon to pop it, you can go into this for, I think it's just 1 on top of a regular Leopardmon. So then you can get there, suspend something if you need to, keep it your turn pretty easily with only Digivolve of 1, and then you can attack with this twice if needed to, and then end of turn you can trash this to unsuspend everything. So even if you just like use that effect, you can. Also, you can just put it underneath your thing and just end of turn use its effect to unsuspend if you give stuff like a reboot essentially. So but that is kind of how that works. I don't think actually you have to trash the top card, so maybe not that, but it's just interesting since we are playing Leopardmon, and the Leopard mode is also Royal Knight, so that is something to consider too. It is a level 6, so that's something for. I think the Leopardmon itself is probably better, but that's something you can do there. Otherwise, kind of the ratios using the Sistermons and the Omegamon and the Mog, like these are definitely like the cards you want to start with. With also Dynasmon, it's turn 1 it gives your opponent 5, but being able to search 2 cards is pretty good. So and then also Crimson Blaze to help you get rid of your nasty card. You have to have Marcus out most of the time, which is maybe difficult to do, but there it is. So this is Jared's list. Congratulations there. We also have Frederico with their 7th place Bloomlord, and we have been seeing a lot of Bloomlord with the Lalamon and the new Sunflowermon being very strong for it. But this one's also going a step further and also playing the Rosemon as well as the Rosemon burst mode. So Rosemon says, when Digivolving is suspending one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, unsuspend this, and then also all turns once per turn, when opponent's Digimon or Tamer becomes suspended, suspend one of your opponent's Tamers or Digimon. So it also is a fairy type, which does mean you can find it with Lalamon and Palmon, especially Palmon being able to find it for like the second one is good. Then there's also the burst mode. So when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon and one of their Tamers until the end of your opponent's turn. All of the Digimon Tamers don't unsuspend, so it's like a Puppetmon effect. If you guys remember Puppetmon from the first set, love that card. And then also, when attacking, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack for every 2 of your opponent's suspended Digimon Tamers. So this can sometimes just go in if your opponent goes really wide, just suspend everything, attack with it, and then do the damage there. So you can do like the burst Digivolve there with you have to have like the Yoshino as well, but you are running that, which is great because we also play the Lilamon to play it for free if we need to. So anyways, this list this is more I would say Rosemon centered than I normally see from Bloomlord, but I still think very good. Next up we have our Greymon tribal deck, and you know this is I don't have a lot to say for this one. We do just have like I don't know. I've been talking about Greymon pretty much since like Nationals like 6 months ago, and they're all just kind of variants of the same build, especially since we still got more support in the next set with like the Agumon line in BT12. So we didn't get any support in BT13, even though there's new Omnis. It doesn't really work for this one, but I do think that the deck is great. This is more of the aggression of the WarGrey X, so not the black WarGrey version of it. So this does let you be a little bit more aggressive, and it does run like the BT12 one, which does have some like raid mechanics, which does help you there as well. So I think I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure you can raid into Belphemon as well, which can be like a tech option for that, but I don't know. So anyways, that is the deck there. Congratulations there. And then lastly, we have Kevin's 11th place Crossheart, which we haven't seen Crossheart, at least here in North America, in a little bit. This is a really interesting build. A lot of the time when we did see it, it was with the Mervamon to be able to get kind of like just an aggro with that and just have, you know, like the blinding rays and everything to get, you know, keep it your turn and go off. So, but this is, I'd say, more like the standard Cross 7 build, but also, you know, has the Cross 7 as well as the Cross 7 Superior mode, which is cool. It's very strong. I do think like it might be a little bit too like setup-y wise to get that, but we do have it there. It also even runs the final Crossblade, so delete one of your opponent's Digimon, and then unsuspend one of your Shoutmon in Superior mode, and it may attack a player. So it costs 9 to do this, but that's what it is. So I mean, just the security effect to just delete something is good in a deck that doesn't have a lot. But you know, you can make this free as long as by placing Shoutmon as a Digivolution card. But also on play, return all your opponent's Digimon Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom, and then return that to the bottom, and then also no security effects for the turn. So interesting build for this one, because we also run like the Omni Shells, we play the DX, we play the Z-Gray, and just kind of everything else. So I love this deck. I haven't played in a little bit, and it hasn't obviously changed since what, BT11? Since BT11? When's this one? Yeah, BT12 technically. BT11-ish. So, but there it is. So that's the list there. Congratulations to Kevin, and that is going to be it for our breakdown. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope we catch you all next time.